Good evening, STSC scholars, and welcome to the first day of Transitions to College Success. As I mentioned in my previous email, today was a really busy day because it was the first day of Maymester and summer registration, and then the fall catalog is supposed to get posted sometime this week too, meaning you can actually plan out all your courses from basically May through December of this year. Like, you'll have everything figured out. So now that I have officially turned on our assignments, I wanted to actually show you where they are and kind of give you a quick little snapshot of what you need to do to turn them in. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to be using Google Chrome. As I stated in the introductory video that I sent out over the weekend, you'll want to probably use Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari, or Microsoft Edge. I would steer clear of Internet Explorer because most of the updates do not come through. Okay, so all of your stuff is going to be located in the MyTCC website, and that's where we're going right now. And you just type in my.tccd.edu. And in the introduction video, I reminded you guys how to log in and reset your password and all that good stuff, so you should be all set. And then your class is going to be under Spring 2021. And see, announcements are off to the right. Okay. And then you can see, that's my report card for my online certification. Any announcements that have already been sent out. So I sent out the welcome video a couple of days ago over the weekend, and then this is a post that I sent out a little bit earlier this evening to let you guys know that I was turning on the assignments and to mute your notifications, because once they go in, it makes your phones go crazy. Alrighty. So let's go through each tab. Okay, so if you go to start here, I actually need to post my welcome message right there. I have it in a different place. You see the course overview, the requirements that you'll need for the course, how to begin, and then there's some helpful resources such as Disability Services, which is known as Student Accessibility Resources. Now that name has changed. And the library, in case you need to check out a device to do your work. I really would strongly advise against trying to complete your coursework just using a cell phone, because everything is not compatible with the mobile devices. So since there's time and you guys don't have anything that's due this week, I would take full advantage of ordering a computer from the library to check out for the remainder of the semester. All right. Then you have the course homepage, which is this landing that it came to when I first signed in. And this information on here will be specific to you, and you can customize the page too if you like. Any announcements that we'll post are going to be here, and I always send the announcements out to your email. So this is the one that I posted on Saturday that included the video where I went over how to log in to the course, and I went over a brief overview as far as what we're going to be talking about. Okay. Our course syllabus, or ICR, is here, where I also included, well, that's where I put a lot of my intro stuff here. My contact information's here too, and a lovely photo so that way you can see what I look like. This right here is your syllabus, so there is a Microsoft Word version of it. Right here, when you click on it, it will open eventually. There we go. And then that way you'll see my work hours, my contact information. You'll see the last day to drop the course. the last day to receive a refund for the course if you paid out of pocket, as well as any major information. So remember, you do not need a textbook for this course. It has the information that you're going to need, how the class is going to be, how your assignments are going to be graded, rather. So you have a couple of different things versus one of those classes where you have like 4 assignments, and if you just have an off day, then that's it. There's a lot of assignments, but they're not particularly difficult. So then that way, if you do have an off day, one day when you're doing something, you have a safety net. You have enough stuff there to offset a low grade. Okay. And then my office hours as well. So they're going to be office hours that are held via video call, where I'll be available. And this is time that's set aside just for your class. You're also welcome to make a one-on-one appointment with me as well. And then there's the PDF version of this as well, in case you don't have Microsoft Word or Google Docs. Or that would be Pages if you have a Mac, if you don't have the app. Your lessons, they are right here. So you have 8 units to complete, ranging from understanding your campus, going down to reflections and moving forward. When you click on the folder, then that's where you'll see what your assignments are and what your to-do list is for each week. So you'll have units 1 and 2, due not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, which is April 4th. And that actually should say by 11:59 p.m. So I will fix that right now. I just saw that. So that way you guys will know that that is Sunday going into Monday. Okay, so Sunday before midnight. Then you have your lessons here. So you see each thing has like a hyperlink that you're able to click on, or a link. So here's your official welcome that has an embedded PowerPoint. If you're unable to open it, please let me know. This is the link that's going to redirect you to the discussion board. Right? So this is how you're going to introduce yourself to the class. And we want you to write a couple of things that tell us about yourself, and that actually should not say 3 to 5 sentences. That should actually say something a little bit longer than that. So I will correct that. And then what you'll do is to add that, you will click on add a thread here. So ideally, we want to try to get you to 150 to 300 words because, this is quite a few things that you can cover in here. So where are you originally from? Did you graduate from a local high school in the area, or did you, complete your high school equivalency? Did you graduate from high school in another country? If you want to share some information about your family or your job, you can. What are you planning to study? If you're planning to transfer, some of the things that you're interested in, or if you have any hobbies that you'd like to share with the class, because then that way you might meet some people in class that share similar interests with you or that are studying the same thing as you. Again, registration's open, so now you guys can sign up for classes, and then that way you have somebody to study with. What are your expectations for this particular course, or like what do you hope to learn, and why you're going to succeed in this particular course. So we are speaking it into existence. Everybody's going to pass. All right. I have not had a class where every single person earned an A. I've gotten really, really close. I had 2 summers ago where everybody but one person earned an A. And that group was on it. That was like my best group. But I have had several groups where I had a 100% pass rate. Okay. So hold each other accountable. And you guys can overthrow that particular group that was able to pretty much have a clean sweep. Okay, and then what you'll do is you'll include your title here for your for your assignment. So you'll want to include your first and last name there, because actually some of you guys have the same first name. You can post your response in the body of this message here, or you can put it on a Word document, so that way you can get the word count and then just attach the document. So like if you did that, browse your computer, and then I had a sample assignment right here where I included my name, the instructor's name, the due date, our course, the title. Those are the instructions for it. And then there's some information about me right in here, where I addressed a couple of those different things. And you can open it, attach it, click submit. And then, like I was saying, if you wanted to attach anything else, like I've had some people that attach, like, family photos and stuff, then you're able to do that. And you just hit submit. If you're not ready to quite submit it, then you can save the draft. Okay. But that's how you would post those discussion boards. And then remember, you gotta respond to 2 people. So once that thread has been posted, then you're able to click reply and then put in your response there. And then you'll have your first journal that goes with this as well. So you watch this video, which I know everybody was like, this video is old. And I'm like, well, gee, make me feel old. That video is from my freshman year of college back in 2007. So yeah, things have been updated, things have changed. And, we're really interested to kind of see what your reflection is on the video. And I'll be responding to those. And then your last assignment in Unit 1 is the scavenger hunt. So you'll want to have the TCC homepage handy, my syllabus, and the course calendar available, because that's where you're going to find that information. Also, if you click on like student resources, that'll take you to redirect you to the TCC webpage. That way you can see a lot of resources. So a lot of those questions are about that. And oh yeah, you have to click there. And then if you go under course resources, 1 or 2 of the responses is here. So that way you can see how the class is going to be graded, the grading scale, the information that you need for your project that's going to be due like the last week of class, how the discussion boards are going to be graded, how the journals are going to be graded. All that stuff is right here in writing up front. So you know exactly what I'm going to be looking for. Okay? And then you move on to Unit 2, which is also going to be due that same day. Okay. So then you've got a couple of different time management activities. So there's a Prezi's presentation. There's a couple of different worksheets that are here as well. And then this one's like a sample assignment calendar. So I gave you an example of that. So that way you can map out how you're going to attack your assignments over the next 2 weeks, not just for our class, but any other classes that you're going to be taking. So that way you have a game plan to get everything done. Once you start getting close to finals week, it gets really real. And especially if your word abilities, it's very tough to catch up if you've gotten behind. And then what I did here is there is a different version of the planning your time activity. This one is a Excel worksheet. Now, this is why I'm showing you this now. This assignment takes 7 days to complete, meaning you have to start it this week, even though it's not due until next week. You need 7 full days to complete it before you turn it in. Okay, And then I had made a video from my previous course that kind of walked through how to go through some of these at length and what that assignment looked like. So I can click on it really quick so you can see. See, and it has different tabs. There we go. So yeah, so there's 3 different tabs. So what you do is you go in there, you update all this information to 2021, like you're able to change it. And then you're gonna set your time for when you get up and when you like get off of work or get out of class, all that kind of stuff. You're gonna plan your activities. When you click in the little boxes, then there's little drop down menus. So that way you can select the activity, and as you do that, what it does is it's going to total up how much time you spend sleeping, how much time you spend working, how much time you spend studying for each particular class, taking your kids to and from school or your siblings, all that kind of stuff. We want to account for where is your time going, because as you get into your more advanced classes, that time's going to have to come from somewhere. So we need to see what needs to stay and, what are you going to have to put on the back burner. And then this is a game plan that you can have to get ready for a upcoming exam that you have for one of your other classes. To whether it is like your final exam, or if you have a goals test, if you're taking a math class, like or knowledge check, then you can write out a 5-day game plan to prepare for that. Here's your next discussion post, and all that kind of stuff is here. Okay. Yeah, so that's what's going to be due that particular week. And then what you do is you just go through each of the folders, and at the top it kind of tells you what you need to do and when it is due. So see, this one's Sunday the 11th, all the way down to like the 7th, Unit 7, Unit 8. That's another situation where you're going to have to work early. Because one of them you have an advising appointment to get ready for fall. But we get really, really busy. And if you wait till the week of, you're not going to be able to make an appointment. I am an academic advisor here. My returning students are already starting to book appointments for the fall. I had 3 of them already ask about that today. So day 1 that registration opens, my schedule's already full. So you'll have a couple of different things, like if there's something I need for you to kind of work on early. So that's one of them right there, since you'll need to turn that in. That's something you'll need time to do. I would say book your appointment now, but you don't have to meet now, but book it now. So that way you're on the schedule. Because remember, you got to compete against the kids from high ready to graduate. You've got the early college, high school, and dual credit students that are about to graduate and that are currently booking a +2. I had several of them about a week ago. And then also, almost everybody I had today is taking classes at the area universities. And they're just going to be here over the summer. So you have all these students that are going to be here over the summer that you're going to have to compete for space with. So don't wait. And then you'll have your Unit 8, which is going to be due the last day of class. So you'll have a PowerPoint, which is a project. There's an acceptance speech because you are a distinguished alumni. And you're able to write that up, or if you want to record it, because I had some really great speeches and some of y'all are really great speakers. I would say go ahead and have some creative fun with that. I'll give you a little bit more creative freedom over that particular assignment. Okay. Speaking of your discussion boards, the links are embedded there, but then you'll also see your other discussion questions here. So this right here, Ask the Class, will allow you guys to ask questions to each other about specific topics. So that's your forum right there. This is the first post This one's going to be the second one regarding the time management activities. Then you have the note-taking activity. And then finally, have the making healthy choices one, because we want to make sure that as you're taking and working and you have all these other responsibilities and all this added stress, that you don't burn out or make yourself sick. Okay. The goal is we need to get you across the stage and we need to keep you healthy and sharp doing that. If you need to check your, let me see. Like I said, course resources was here. We saw that already. The student resources, that's that link that, like I said, is an external link that's going to take you to the TCC page where you can see all of our different resources here. And then, course resources is this one. You're going to need this for the scavenger hunt activity, so make a note. There is a question about that. The course materials, that's a link to the bookstore. So if you guys did have a book for the class, then that's where that would be. Otherwise, if you need to access the bookstore quickly for some of your other classes, you can click on that there. This is the link I'm gonna try to use for our office hours. When I did it before, Blackboard Collaborate acted kind of funky. We're gonna give it a this weekend, or this Friday rather, and see if it works. Then I'll move all the meetings to Microsoft Teams, okay? If you need to check your grades, then you can check your grades under My Grades. So as you complete your assignments and turn them in, then the grades are going to show up here. The grades are weighted. So as you turn things in, they're going to shift around because different assignments weigh different amounts of points. So like your PowerPoint and your acceptance speech are going to weigh more than a discussion board post, for example. So it's going to go sliding up and down, up and down, up and down until we get closer to the end of the semester. And then what happens is things will level out. And then I have to put in like zeros if you miss something, so then that way that will even those things out. Otherwise, it kind of looks like you have a higher grade than you have. And then here, this is where you evaluate the course. So at the end of the course, you'll go in there and evaluate, here's how we can improve upon the course. Here's what, I found really valuable. This is the first full year that we've had this course online. If you rewind back about a year ago, this class was not an online option. It was an in-person class only. So we're still taking feedback as far as, not only the content, but the method of delivery for that particular content as well. So if you have something that you want to bring to my attention or anyone else that teaches the course, our department chairs and stuff like that, please let us know. We'll take it into consideration because we want the course to be of value to you. Okay. Let's see, tutoring at TCC as well as tutoring 24/7. So the tutoring at TCC, that is going to be, let me see, that should take you to the tutoring labs. Yeah, the tutoring labs here. And see the tutoring that you have for each of your subjects has their different links. So you have their phone numbers, you have their emails, and then a lot of them are doing live sessions, either through Teams or Blackboard Collaborate. So you can sit in on a live session, you can book a one-on-one appointment. There's workshops that are taking place as well, especially if it's been a minute with math or with writing. So the resources are there. It's just they look different than they did about a year and a half ago. Okay. And yeah, we just have to go and seek them out. If you need help with anything else, that's going to be here. Tutor 24/7 is a third-party tutoring site where you can send any of your information off and they'll help you with it. Now, if you need them to review a paper for you for like your English class or speech or something like that, you can't do it the day it's due because they need about 24 to 48 hours notice for them to actually get the paper, have time to proofread it, and then go over some of the their feedback with you. Okay. And I would strongly recommend for our class as you get ready to do your final project, that, you know, I would say touch bases with the writing center, with the one-on-one tutor, and have them look over your stuff. The other thing you'll want to do is, with that particular essay, take some extra time with it, because you can use the content for that final project for me to apply for the TCC Foundation scholarships. That application closes on April 9th. But if you start collecting that information now, then you'll have what you need to apply for those scholarships that are going to be awarded in the fall. And some of them are full tuition scholarships. You know, you write a paper, we pay for your classes. Sounds like a pretty good deal. And it's money you don't have to pay back. Okay. And that is pretty much the gist of what is going to be here on the class. You should see a link here, like if you don't have Microsoft Office and you'd like to get it, congratulations, you are a college student. You get free access to it. So if you go to Get Office 365 and you click on the link, it's going to redirect you to office.com, and you enter your MyTCC email. And in your case, what it will do is it's going to take you there. I already have it, obviously. And I'll send that information out to you. And then you have your links here. So if you have not watched the #NotAnymore video to get ready for registration, there's the link right there. If you need help with registration, there's the MyTCC track link, and it's in student. If you go to student planning, it's going to be there. If you need to see the calendar, like the district calendar with all the dates, it's here. If you need to set up any alerts, you know, like we had some rumbles of thunder earlier today, so with severe weather. If the school's going to be closed for whatever reason, or there's any type of emergency situation, you can set that up, those alerts to go to your phone or your email. The link to your MyTCC emails here. And then if there's any other information that you need, it's all here as well. Okay. And then I have a bunch of groups that I joined, and then they have student groups too, like if you're interested in volunteering or doing student organizations to, you know, get some stuff that you can add to your resume, and not just for, you know, for scholarships, but for work as well. You know, a lot of that volunteer stuff does count as work experience. Mine did. Alright guys, so that's everything that I have for tonight. Thank you guys so much for being patient and waiting for me to actually get off of work and finish with registration for today. So yeah, everything should be up and running. If you have trouble with accessing any of the assignments, like they won't open or anything like that, please email me and let me know. Or if you have the Microsoft Teams app, IM me. I'll get that right away. It's on my personal computer, that's this device, my work computer, and on my cell phone. So I'll get the message right away, and I'll respond to you between my academic advising appointments, okay? Other than that, we're glad you're here, and let's make it a great semester. All right, have a good evening. Bye.